I first heard about PrEP about 3, maybe 4 years ago online, and I have an American friend who lives in San Francisco, and I started asking him about it, and he gave me loads of information, and then it just suddenly exploded all over the internet. So yeah, that's how I picked up the information about it. I started taking it last September, so that's 7 months now. I read that very few people get side effects. Unfortunately, I did get a few, but I was very fortunate insofar as that they only last for about 2 or 3 days, and they're quite mild, and it didn't kind of put me off. Also, my experience has been, I was a little bit worried that there'd be a bit of a stigma around it. I had read from, I suppose most of the information is kind of coming from America in the last few years, and a lot of people had said that online that they were slut shamed, and there was quite a lot of information out there that was quite negative, so I was a little bit worried about that. But I have to say I haven't had one single negative response from anybody at all. I take it once a day in the evening. I started taking it in the evening because initially the side effect was a bit of fatigue, and I just thought if I take it in the evening then I could sleep through it, and then when the side effect went away after 2 or 3 days, I found myself just in that kind of groove. Take it in the evening after dinner. I like to take it on a full stomach as well, so that I don't have any kind of concerns about nausea or anything like that. Sometimes I'll be in bed about to fall asleep and I'll remember, and I'll get up and I'll take it. Yeah, I probably miss about 1 dose a week, I'd say. Sometimes I forget. It's a massive sense of relief. You know, when I started having sex back in the 1980s, there was this fear and this dread and this constant kind of idea that HIV was just going to catch you eventually. So I lived my whole life with this idea that I was looking over my shoulder waiting for it to happen, and then when I started taking PrEP, all of that fear went away, and I have to say it's been absolutely amazing. It's transformed how I feel about myself, and it's to live with fear in your life and suddenly for it to be gone when it's been your norm, you realise how not normal it is, and it's really made things so much better for me. I buy it online through, I joined a Facebook group initially, kind of a global Facebook group, and there's lots of information there about how you can buy it online. So yeah, that's how I get it in 3-month supplies. No, I don't. I have heard stories from lots of people and read lots of things online about what happens when it gets caught by customs, or you know, if it gets stopped in some way. I've been very fortunate, so hopefully I can still continue to buy it online. I mean, I know it's available now in pharmacies here, only quite recently, but when you can buy it for 1/3 of the price, I mean, I'm willing to take that risk. Yes, I do. I link with the PrEP clinic at the Gay Men's Health Service on Bagot Street. It's fantastic. It's very supportive, it's very non-judgmental, it's a safe environment where you can just be honest and open. And what I really liked about it initially was that the HSE was aware that people were accessing it online, and yet they were still prepared to come out and support the community and help the community and monitor us while we're taking it. Otherwise we would have had to do it privately or look into some other kind of way of having our bloods monitored, and that's just, you know, not something that I wanted to kind of deal with, you know. You go once every 3 months. I think the idea behind it is to monitor your kidney function. I was reading recently that I think it was 0.3% of people who were in drug trials for this drug in America, some years ago, reported reduced kidney function, and that was sufficient enough for the pharmaceutical company to monitor everybody's kidney function who's taking the drug. So I'm quite happy to do that, and it means that, I'm looking after my health in more ways than one.